I have been living in Peru for 2 months. Tomorrow was supposed to be when I flew back home to Colorado, but as most of you know, I've extended my trip and I am going to be here another 2 months. So I will be in Peru for a total of 4 months. I'm at the halfway point, which is very exciting for me. I love it here so much. I think I could live here, like, honestly, but I can't live without my husband. So I do need to go back and be with my husband. Very exciting news is that my husband is coming to Peru for Christmas. So he's gonna be here in like 3 or 4 weeks, and we're gonna have Christmas together, and he'll be here for 3 weeks, and then he'll go home and I'll go home shortly after that. So I'm really excited to see my husband. I miss him so much. So what's been going on in the last month? Lots of things have been going on. First of all, I went into the jungle. If you have not watched that video, check it out because it was amazing. Nothing compares to the jungle. Like, it was so amazing. I got to hold a sloth, which was so cool, like such a unique experience. They're actually really soft. I thought they would be kind of prickly, but they're not. I also held a boa constrictor, which was not as cool or exciting for me. It was kind of terrifying, but hey, way to conquer your fears. Another thing about the jungle is that the bugs are out of control. Like, the ants are huge and the mosquitoes are everywhere. So whenever you hear someone talk about the jungle being like full of lots of bugs, that is so true, and probably times that by like 10, and that's how it actually is in real life. Another really awesome thing that's happened is that Peru is going to the Soccer World Cup Championship in 2018. It was so exciting when they won that game against New Zealand, and just the entire town of Pucusana was going crazy. Like, and all of Peru is going crazy. Lima, Miraflores, Cusco, like every town, all Peruvians were united in celebration for their soccer team going to the World Cup. Here's a little clip of that. What else? Oh, it's still like really cold outside. Every day I ask Isak or Elena, hey, when is it gonna get hotter? I thought December starts like the summer months, so isn't November supposed to get warmer? Like, yeah? When's November gonna get warmer? So yeah, just been kind of trucking away at the work here in Pucusana. So been keeping really busy this last month. I have just continued learning things about myself and learning things about God. I think I'm asking God some like really tough questions, and I'm trying to like hash out some deeper rooted issues that I have with God and some of the things that I believe about His character. So like the first month was a lot of me learning about myself and kind of picking myself back up out of the depression that I was in back in Colorado. But this last month, especially this last like week, has just been me wrestling with God a lot about like who He really is and if I want to have a relationship with Him or not. That probably sounds really scary, but I think I'm in a good place where I'm like really trying to figure out who God is and what my future as a Christian really needs to look like. I'm also continuing to learn more about myself. I discovered that I am not a words of affirmation love language, which was kind of a big deal for me. If you don't know what love languages are, check them out because they're pretty amazing. But for years and years and years, like pretty much my entire life, I thought that I was a words of affirmation love language. But since coming to Peru, I gave Elena the love language book, and she read it and started teaching what love languages are to the students. And she told me that she used me as an example for acts of service to the students about how to express like that love language. And I was like, oh, okay, well, thanks, but I'm actually words of affirmation. And she was like, no, you're not. And I was like, okay. So over the next couple days, I started really thinking like, why would she say that? Maybe I am acts of service. Maybe I need to like look into that a little more. So I researched some more what love languages really are and what I really am. So I took the test, and acts of service won by like 10 points, like out of the ballpark, crazy, crazy high. So I am definitely acts of service. The reason that I think I thought I was words of affirmation is because I definitely am a words person. I like to speak, I am a writer, I have a blog, I have a journal, I love reading books. I really like writing encouraging letters to people. So I always just assumed that I was a words of affirmation love language because I'm a words person. But when I started researching more like how you feel love and how you express love, I realized, no, I'm definitely acts of service, which now learning that about myself has answered a lot of questions about my life and how I've felt in friendships in my marriage that I just didn't even know like problems that existed, and now I have a solution to that and an answer to that. So I'm really excited about going forward and diving more into what acts of service love language really is and how I express that and how I need that to be expressed to myself. So yeah, that's been the last month, and I'm really looking forward to another 2 months here. I will keep you guys updated. That's as good as it's gonna get.